Right now, there's a push from lawmakers across the country to pass bills that would impact transgender people in America. According to data from the Human Rights Campaign, at least 117 bills have been introduced in the current legislative sessions that target the transgender community. One of the biggest pushes is to ban transgender men or women from competing in high school or college sports. So far, 7 states have managed to pass laws banning trans women from competing. Minnesota actually making it a petty misdemeanor for transgender women to play on girls' teams. We're also learning the Department of Education plans to announce that discrimination against trans students is not allowed under Title IX. We want to go in depth on this topic of transgender bills and those that are impacting that community. Joining us live right now, Fox 13's Ben Winslow. He was live at a hearing this morning about these types of bills. Hey there, Ben. Thanks so much for joining us. Of course, we want to find out, what are these bills we're talking about?
Well, the bills right now, we don't exactly know what's in them because they're still being talked about in concept only. We do know that there are going to be 2 bills that are going to be appearing in the 2022 legislative session dealing with transgender youth. That is specifically what lawmakers tell me that they are focusing on at this point. The first bill that was devoted quite a bit of time in this morning's hearing was dealing with what age should youth be able to begin the process of transitioning. And these are very complex medical issues. We heard from a doctor at the University of Utah Healthcare Center, which operates a transgender medicine clinic, discussing the process that they go through to determine when a child should be given things like puberty blockers, when they should be able to begin any kind of a gender affirmation surgery, things like that. That was discussed. Right now, the sponsor, Representative Rex Schiff of Cedar City, says that he's contemplating a bill. At least he hinted to the members of the Health and Human Services Committee that he would set an age of 18 when someone is legally an adult, but that is facing a lot of pushback. Even members of the committee were a little unsure about this because some of them noted these are very complicated medical issues, and some of these lawmakers don't feel comfortable necessarily deciding this, but they also face pushback from some social conservative groups who believe that that the legislature has every right to intervene in these types of things and set limits. Now, the other bill that you mentioned, Amy, that was discussed was, of course, the one dealing with transgender youth in sports. And that is also a hot topic here. Representative Kira Birkeland of Morgan says she is going forward with a bill. It will specifically be targeted at transgender girls. Now, she also told me today she doesn't know exactly what that legislation is going to look like. She's going to be doing a lot of roundtable discussions over the summer. She's meeting with groups like Equality Utah, Transgender Education Advocates of Utah, the ACLU, to try to craft some kind of a compromise policy here. But what she told me today is she's looking at creating some kind of benchmarks whereby someone who is transgender and wishes to compete in girls' sports could be able to do it, even though she acknowledges it might be exclusionary for some. Now, the Utah High School Athletics Association testified today. They say they already have a policy and they have no record of any transgender athletes seeking to compete in high school sports at all. Representative Birkeland says she knows of some cases where this is happening, but she declined to name them for the committee. But this bill is definitely going forward. Both of these bills are going to go forward, and you can expect a lot of contention and controversy around both of them.
All right, before we let you go, Ben, I know this has been a hot topic. People voicing their opinions both for and against. Are there any things out there right now that are affecting those in the transgender community, maybe in schools or sports?
Well, at this point, everybody's still kind of exploring this. Transgender education advocates, members of that group, testified or spoke to the committee saying they know of no situations where this is actually happening here in Utah. And, that this bill is, as some people have termed it, a solution in search of a problem. But Representative Birkeland says that she believes that this is an issue. It's going to become a bigger issue, especially as transgender visibility continues to grow. So that's why she feels this legislation is necessary.
We're fortunate here at Fox 13 to have you on the story for us, covering this one, Ben, giving us all the information. Not only is this a big topic here in Utah, but nationwide. And we'll see what happens with it here. Thanks so much.